Welcome, everybody. This is Derral Eves, and today we're actually going to talk about dominating with video. And I know I have a lot of you that actually wrote in and chat with me, did some PMs, hit me up on Twitter, asking me what in the world I've actually been doing this last little bit because these advanced trainings haven't been happening as frequent as possible. And I've been super busy. I've actually, my consulting business has exploded. I've been doing a lot of speaking engagements and training, live training. I am also on, been on different talk shows and different types of podcasts. I've been doing a lot of producing and creation of videos for different clients. I also got 100,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, which I'm super excited about because I was able to do that like in record time for me. And I also broke a world record. I was one of the producers on a huge world record project that I'm excited to share with you. Now, literally, there are major changes coming for video marketing. And this online video marketing has changed so many different ways. And before we actually started, I actually did a poll with a lot of you that were on. And I was quite shocked of how, in tune that you guys are. I mean, that says a lot to you because I thought your first result, you'd say the biggest thing in video marketing is going to be YouTube video. And then I thought, you know what, it might be with, Twitch and Amazon, and those changes are coming and so on and so forth. But no, believe it or not, you guys really nailed it down. You're talking about the changes are going to basically be with YouTube and specifically with mobile and e-commerce. So here's the survey. So 16% of you said search, 17% this blew me away, said Facebook. And then Twitch was 6%, video ads for 25%, and basically mobile e-commerce is 35%. But if you put video ads and e-commerce and mobile together, that's what I'm talking about here. That's what we're going to be talking in detail about, is what I believe the next big wave in video marketing is. And this is the next big wave. It's ready to take off at a level that we've never seen before. Now, here's the breakdown. YouTube has been extremely focused in a couple key areas. One was getting all YouTube.com so that it was mobile responsive. And there were a lot of people really, really upset. I was super excited because I was able to see kind of like their 3-year plan. And, I signed an NDA, but do you know what? I'm blown away. I'm blown away with everything that was going on, because it's getting to the point where we're able to see some amazing stuff. And this amazing stuff, I'll be honest with you, deals with mobile video with a heavy sales focus. And I truly believe it. And we're about to see, why do I believe this? Well, the signs are here. And we see different signs actually coming. Let me show you a couple signs where YouTube is literally taking over this e-commerce and mobile strategy. Okay. The first thing that tells me that we're really, really on the curve for this to actually happen was this. January 2015, they got rid of the Flash video player in YouTube and switched completely over to HTML5. And they're doing that natively now. Now, you might say, okay, that's not a big deal. But for me, that's the beginning of this wave. This wave is coming so strong, and that's literally the beginning of the wave. Because why? HTML5 literally works on everything. It literally works on everything. Now, who do they have their target set on? This is the second thing. And a lot of people are like, oh, their target set on YouTube or on Facebook or Amazon. Well, not really. Let me tell you what their target's on. And I'm here to tell you, and this might shock a few of you on the call, but their literal target is on PayPal. It's on Amazon. It's on Apple Pay. This is where their target is. They literally want to take over this market. And they want to do it in a way that's a little bit different. And I'm going to explain to you today the signs and the steps that they're actually making right now to utilize so they can literally take over PayPal, Amazon, and Apple Pay. Now, I don't think they're going to literally take over Amazon, but I think they could wipe out PayPal pretty quick. They have a lot of great, interesting things, and I know PayPal's a set standard, but there's some interesting things going on. And Apple and Amazon are leading the front at this in multiple different ways. And they definitely make it super easy for people to buy things. Well, that's the goal with YouTube. And how are they going to do it? Well, with Google Wallet. And I'm going to explain to you how this all works here in just a few seconds. Now, the next sign is with HTML5. Here's my little promo video. You can see now that it's transparent. And there's a big reason why this is here. And it's a sign for me telling me that it's going. They're changing the functionality of the player. Now, a lot of people wouldn't even care or wouldn't even notice that these things are going on, but there's reasons why this is happening. Now, does anyone want to take a guess? Put it in the chat right now why you think that this is happening, why they switched over to HTML5 and a transparent, and put it in the chat. Yeah, it's for the mobile experience. Yeah, everybody's putting on their mobile domination. Jim's saying, it's just really tackling it, and that's true. It's very for the mobile user. You don't have a lot of big things that are there, but honestly, they also introduced another thing that's really interesting, and I think a lot of you have been able to use. But what they call YouTube cards. Now, this right here is the first step. It was announced back in June, and this is literally the first step to literally take the process of doing a lot of mobile e-commerce stuff. This is a campaign that actually just closed a couple days ago for one of my clients. We were actually selected by YouTube. We were one of 10 channels that was selected by YouTube to do some stuff a little bit differently with merchandise than ever before on YouTube. And this is literally another thing here that's really transforming. And these YouTube cards gives you the ability to go and purchase things and basically it's an annotation that works on mobile, but it's much more than that. I want to explain to you why it's much more than that, because here's the reason why is when they go and buy, you can see in 15 days we sold literally over 3,000 t-shirts. It was like 3,277 t-shirts before it ended. But the biggest problem is, and this is Google and YouTube's main goal for everything, which is session watch time. Their main goal is to keep people on YouTube. If they can keep them on YouTube or on Google and not have them go anywhere, they make more money. So their whole goal for YouTube is to increase the session watch time for people to actually stay longer and longer and longer and longer on YouTube. But by doing annotations and going to people's websites or going to buy different products, it literally takes them away from the session watch time, which it really thwarts. It literally thwarts what their goal is. Okay. So this is what's going to happen, guys. I'm here to tell you right now, YouTube's developing a way to buy products without even leaving the video player. Now think about this. They just changed their terms of service. They're really going after a different segmentation where creators can actually create and make more money, and YouTube and Google can make more money. And you're thinking, well, how does that work? It's all through ads. Well, not necessarily. Now think about this for a second. It's through ads, yes, but it's also through a different way, which is, hey, what if there's a buy button in the video player? So if it's embedded on Facebook or if it's embedded on a website, that people can actually buy something securely without even leaving that video player. Okay. And this is how it works. When somebody's on a video, they're able to hit Google Wallet, which, that little icon will come up that they can actually purchase. And they'll actually have an authorized merchant or a vendor. For this example, we did Teespring. Okay. And then at the end where, they don't even leave at all. They can do the order, they can fulfill the shirt and so on, and boom. Now, why in the world would YouTube want to do this? Well, I can tell you why. PayPal right now takes 2.9% per sell. Okay. And the last t-shirt sales that we actually did for the client of mine, in 15 days, they made $78,000 in total sales. Now, with this model, if they weren't able to leave YouTube at all and buy everything, Google would have made $2,280. Okay. Just through payment processing. Think about that for a second, guys. That is super duper duper powerful. And honestly, you could sell music, you can sell merchandise, you can sell anything. You could literally sell, coaching calls. You could anything. It's going to literally take this over completely, where you don't even need to leave. The call to actions right there in the video player. Now, guys, tell me. I want to know right now. Do you think this is going to be big? Do you think this is going to be huge? Put it in the chat. I'd love to hear. Because I'm going to explain sign number 2. Now, there's YouTube's business model has always been, hey, let's do ads in front of videos. Well, they introduced something for musicians. It's called Music Key, and it's kind of like Spotify or Pandora, where you can literally go on YouTube, listen to the music that you love, but it's ad-free. Well, they also introduced this, where you can actually go on all of YouTube and do everything ad-free. Okay, so you don't have any of the ads. Why in the world are they doing it? Well, it's another way that they can actually generate income, and it's actually subscription-based. But 2, this is the important thing. This is another sign telling me that they're really ready to do a lot with e-commerce and do payment processing, because I can tell you right now, they can make a heck of a lot more money doing payment processing versus ads. And the great thing about it is the creators can make more money. Think about it for a second. They don't even have to pull anything away from the creator at all. They just need to do the payment processing. Okay. And yeah, that's a small percentage, but that's a huge thing, especially when people like my client almost made $80,000 in 15 days, and they could have made $2,200, where before, you know what? They wouldn't have made anything, because all we did is had a link going off. I mean, there's some power behind that. Power. Okay. And this is big. And I'm here to tell you, a lot of video marketers, they don't truly understand where things are going. They're like, oh, okay, I'm going to show you how to rank video. Well, that's great. That's great. Or you can do ad placement. That's great. But things are changing in a direction that I can guarantee you most of the people don't understand. Okay. The third, I'm probably the most excited about. And, during the last 3 years, I've been heavily involved in video, AdWords for video, or, pre-roll, or, different branding strategies. I've managed a lot of big accounts, guys. Just this last year, it was over $12 million in ad spend. Last month, it was over $1 million. And this month up to today is about $785,000. And so I spent a lot of money for different brands, businesses, and channels. And this right here, what I'm going to share with you, is probably the biggest that I'm excited about, because the data that YouTube actually collects is vast. It is so vast. And the average person, even the average marketer, doesn't understand how vast the information that's collected and what it's actually doing. Tom Laird was saying, segmentation of YouTube users. And you're right, Tom. It's literally breaking it down. And they've been collecting this data for a very, 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 very long time. And it all has to do with this, the mobile user. Okay. Now, I know that you're thinking a little bit different than maybe me, or a lot of you are smart and you're probably on the same page, but the mobile users, very, very interesting. They've taken over. More views on YouTube come from a mobile device. I mean, it's crazy where it's at. A lot of websites now, most of their traffic are mobile related traffic. Google's even announced that they're going to penalize people that they actually don't have a good mobile version for it, because what does it do? It just increases bounce rates, and everybody's transitioning over to a mobile device, especially with a younger demographic. It's going from here. Well, where I am super excited, where I literally am super excited, is this. What they call geofencing, or dynamic targeting, or triggering, okay? And I want you to think about this for a second. And this is something that I've been doing and working with some pretty big budgets. And it's really cutting edge, which is, you can literally localize different ads, but it's in a different way. I want you guys to think in a different way. You're like, oh yeah, Derral, they've been doing geofencing, you can, within a certain radius that the people will see the ad. Well, that's one thing. But what I'm talking about is completely separate. It's completely different. What I'm talking about is custom combinations. Okay. Custom combinations with geofencing and dynamic targeting and triggering. This is where it gets really interesting. And I can tell you there's not a lot of people that really understand this. And luckily I'm going to teach you, but it's like this. Woman's walking down the street. She's on, her Facebook or on chat or whatever. And you can literally ping out different ads, okay? Where you push an ad, it could be 11 o'clock or 11:30. It says, hey, go to Whole Foods for lunch, or we have a special here, okay? That's been happening. But I want to explain to you that a lot of people live and eat and drink and sleep on their mobile phone. Okay, they're playing games, they're watching videos, they're interacting with their friends. Okay, now think about this. I want you to think about this real quick. Now, we did the whole scenario without them leaving the video. So if they actually had a video that they were watching, but YouTube really said, you know what, I know that this person's within this radius, let's say a 15 mile radius of this store, or even a 5 mile radius. And they actually like Whole Food. They search through all these different key terms and so on. And you know what? They might have liked a page or whatever, but yet they literally profiled, and this list segmentation occurred, and they actually know the people within that range that they actually like this type of service. Okay. Now think about this for a second. What if Whole Food had a killer discount that they were able to do, and people were able to buy immediately without leaving the video? So they might be watching their music video or whatever, and this little ad pops up during the video talking about this little option. So this is an ad that people can make money on. They go ahead and click on it, and it automatically, without them leaving the video, they're able to purchase their lunch. Okay. They're using Google Wallet to do this. And Google Wallet literally made 2.9% on everything. And it is literally going to change the world. It is. I truly believe this in the way that we actually buy and sell. Now, I've been on an iPhone 6 Plus for a while, and I love Apple Pay. It's just so easy. And this stuff is easy too. But there's somebody that needs to put this stuff together. Okay. They really do. They need to understand how to put it together. They need to understand how to put leads together, or branding, or sponsorship deals, or building audiences. They need to literally do that. And it all comes back down to a couple key things. First off, it's finding people that actually understand that to actually teach you, or you just, you go by trial and error. I do have some stuff coming up. I have some amazing training that is literally from beginner to major advanced. I mean, super advanced strategies. It's coming out really soon. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about a little bit different opportunity. And I want to talk about the first real success story with sales and leads with video. Now, put in the chat real quick, who literally would be you think the first real success story utilizing video to sell products or for leads? Can you put anything in there? Does anything come to the top of your mind? That they're utilizing video. This is a business that utilized video to sell a lot of products very quick. Okay. A lot of people are putting my clients. Okay. Jim saying Amazon. Very good. A lot of no ideas. Well, the first real success story was this, Aura Brush. Who's heard of an Aura Brush before? Anyone heard of Aura Brush? This is literally a case study that still to this day, it's like the grandfather case study to all these different things. Okay, there's like some nopes in there, but there's a lot of yeses. But let me tell you what happened, okay? Now, this is just the little breakdown of what happened, but there's an inventor that created Aura Brush, and they tried to put it on infomercials. He spent a lot of money doing on infomercials. He knew that this is a big idea, and it flopped. He lost a lot of money. And he decided, you know what, I need to. This is in 2000 when he did this. He needed to refine it, and he refined it, and so on and so forth. Went to a BYU to a business development class, and basically explained it, and they shot it down, except for one guy. And it was one student says, you know what, maybe you need to do a video, and we can actually sell with the video. And he was like, I've tried everything. Let's go ahead and do it. So they actually did an ad spin, or a spin of $500 to actually create the first YouTube video. And it literally skyrocketed to over 16 million video views. And it did it from a very viral way, and also what they call yoked content. He'll get into that in a minute, but it's yoked content. And they literally sold over 1 million Aura brushes, okay, by 2010. So they went from nothing to really exploding. But the great thing about it is they got into Walmarts, they get into CVS's, and they were a mega company. Okay, now the brains behind this is Jeffrey Harmon. Joseph Flattery was calling him the Don Draper of the YouTube generation, but he and his brother Neil literally put a lot of this stuff together. They also did a huge campaign with Poopery. Now, if you guys haven't heard of Poopery, you can Google it, and you're going to find this video that has 32 million views. And it's a strategy where they're actually selling different products. And this is a very, very old slide because they took out how many units sold a couple months ago. But back in October, it was 4.5 million units sold. And literally the Harmon brothers did this campaign, and they ran it, and they were able to take, Poopery to a new level where they were making, $20 million, and they sold out at inventory, created back orders and all these great issues. And there's a lot of great people out there have this wealth of knowledge. Some of this knowledge deals with, the most viral video ad ever. This is for exposure and branding and also sponsorship deals. And, it has 140 million video views. And, these creators, or the people that actually did a lot of the strategy and pulling the sponsorship deals together, are super smart. And it's like totally unseen by a lot of marketers. These guys right here, Ricky Ray Butler, did a lot of the sponsorship deals for this, and Travis Chambers was involved with the launch. Some very, very, very smart people. Also for exposure is breaking a world record. And this actually involved me and Jeffrey and Ricky, where in 3.5 weeks, we literally came up with an idea, decided to break a world record, and it was to do the biggest live nativity in the world. And we had over 1,200 people come together. It was the biggest YouTube collaboration of the year. We had, it was a couple hundred. We had the subscriber count of all the YouTubers we had there is like 34 million subscribers. It was crazy. And we pulled it all together in 3.5 weeks. And we did what we wanted to do is, we had this specific goal, and it was just amazing. All it came together in this short amount of time, got almost 8 million views. Now for audience building, there's someone that just knows it inside and out. He's probably one of the smartest guys I've been around in audience development. And he actually manages 2 channels. He's the co-owner and manager of all the marketing, and they have 4.6 million subscribers. His name's Sean McKnight. He started Cute Girl Hairstyles with his wife, did all the marketing and shooting and everything from there. And then his twins just about almost a year ago started their channel, and they have 1.3 million subscribers. And you might say, okay, what's this all doing? But the things are changing. And I truly believe that there are areas that a lot of people don't think about making money. Now, it's literally my goal and my purpose to teach individuals how to utilize video to increase their sales, to increase leads, to get more exposure and branding and have that top of the mind awareness. Also, looking for sponsorship opportunities to be a sponsor or to receive sponsorship. And last but not least, to really build an audience, having that audience development. Now, with these things, my goal literally is to help individuals dominate that with video. you can utilize video in all these different areas. And one of the things that I did last year is I actually held a special conference that taught these 4 areas, these main 4 areas. And I'm proud to announce today that we're going to be doing it again. We're going to actually hold the VidSummit in Los Angeles, August 20th through the 22nd. And let me tell you guys, we have some of the most amazing speakers in the world. These people literally walk the walk, and they have some amazing case studies. Our keynotes are going to be Jeffrey Harmon. We just explained what he did with Aurabrush and Poopery. And honestly, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The Harmon brothers, they've done some amazing projects. We're also going to have Sean McKnight. We discussed with him a little bit earlier about how he's able to build 2 YouTube channels up to 4.6 million subscribers. He's had some great exposure, great sponsorship opportunities. He's going to literally share his secrets of how to really build that audience. We also have the man, Ricky Ray Butler. This guy has brought more sponsorship dollars to YouTube creators. Like, all the YouTube creators love him. Why? Because he always brings them money. And, you know, he's the literal king of bringing money, and he's been behind the biggest projects on YouTube. And then also myself. And we have a really, really good surprise. We have Mr. Chad coming to the VidSummit. And Mr. Chad is the co-founder of Maker Studio. Now, Maker Studio is an MCN that was just acquired by Disney for $500 million. And that's why he looks so happy. But that's not all. We actually have some amazing speakers coming. We have Travis Chambers. He helped launch one of the most viral ad on YouTube. We also have Mark Robertson, who is the founder of Real SEO and the Real Summit. We have Allison Stern. She's the co-founder of Tubular. Just brilliant. I've heard her present before, and she's an analytical nut, and she's just amazing. And then we have my friend Dane Golden. Dane is the former president of the Twit Network with Leo Laporte, and he now works for Oakley. And we have my friend Jeremy Vest, who's coming, who is the founder of VidPow, and my buddy Jake Larson's coming as well, along with David Walsh, Matt Bollock, and the man, Tommy Powers. And we actually have a whole bunch more. And honestly, these are the guys. I mean, when we break it down, we have some most amazing case studies in the world showing you the systems, the programs, the behind the scenes, the nuts and bolts of some of the best campaigns ever utilizing video, and people that truly understand and love video marketing, and those that really love to teach and implement and to go across. And honestly, guys, VidSummit 2015 is going to be amazing. Now, here's what's going to happen. We actually put tickets on sale. You can go to vidsummit.com and get the information. We're going to be at the Westin LAX. It's just about 15 miles, 10 miles from, YouTube Spaces, and there's a reason for that. Also, the seating is really limited. I wanted just a smaller group. We're limiting it to 200 people. And so there's a small group. And I want to do that because I truly believe you get more out of it. You really do. Now, I know a lot of you right now, okay, what's the price? Where are we at? Well, for the VIP pass, we're at $395. This is a 3-day conference chock full of great information. And I'll tell you what VIP gets and what the basic pass. A $195 for the basic pass. This is until May 1st. After May 1st, it goes up $100. After July 1st, it goes up another $100. And literally the breakdown for the $195, you get 3 full days of training. You get room discounts. You get to connect with the speakers and other attendees. And there's actually a special mastermind, which you'll really, really enjoy for coming from this. But I'm literally telling you the wealth of knowledge that's there. I know a lot of people that came to the last one literally transformed the way that they are actually doing their business. And it took a while for them to really get a part of that and understand what they're going to do. However, this pass right here is an amazing pass. Okay, let me tell you why. You get 4 additional sessions. These are private VIP sessions, And these sessions really are amazing. And let me tell you what goes on in these sessions. We had 3 last year, and we were talking about how to literally really make money with video, and we broke down in different case studies. I've actually shared some case studies I never shared before with some clients. One was a 14-year-old girl. She's now 15, started her YouTube channel back in May, so less than a year, and she went from May to October, and she made $500,000 and also had a sponsorship deal that bought mommy and daddy a brand new home. Now, here's the thing. I also showed another case study that it was a horrible video, but it was getting watched and watched and watched again, so much so that they made over $800,000. And they also sent traffic to a product that they sold, over 7 figures, over $1 million worth of product. It's crazy. And with these are the sessions. And I asked the attendees, the VIPs last year, what their favorite sessions were. And all of them, every single one of them says it was the VIP private session. And so we're literally adding more sessions here for added bonus. But you also get a mastermind with this. And what this is we actually have the speakers, and we have our 4 different areas. And if you're interested in audience development, well, guess what? The speakers that spoke on audience development will be there, and they'll have a private mastermind and teaching you how to apply the knowledge that you just learned and personalize it for you. So if you're interested in ads and you're learning about leads and sales, well, there's a mastermind going on at that time. You can do that as well. And literally it's broken into those 4 areas, and the mastermind is just amazing, guys. It really is. But also we're going to have a special private lunch. It's a VIP lunch. And that VIP lunch, we're actually going to have some further discussion, and it's just locked down, and we have some amazing food. This is actually sponsored by Infusionsoft, and they're going to give us some really nice food, which I'm super excited for. Now, also with this VIP pass, you get access to the replays of 2014. So last year, all the things that happened last year, you can get caught up because we're not going to give the same presentations. And you get access to the new replays in 2015 as well. Now, the greatest thing all about this is you get to choose your seat. You're the first one that comes in. The reason why is because the first session is that private session, so you can pick your seat before everybody else gets in there. Even though it's a smaller group, you might want to get closer to the power outlet or in the back or in the front, wherever you prefer. That's where you're able to do it. And this is with the VIP pass. And guys, this is a great opportunity. I mean, some of these speakers are the best in the business, and you're able to rub shoulders with them. Ask the questions, especially in the VIP. It's a lot more informal, and you can really discuss more in detail with these wonderful speakers. So if you're interested in coming to the VidSummit, I would do it now because seating is limited. Literally, there's only 200 spots, and I don't know where we're at up to this point, but once it's gone, it is literally gone. And honestly, it's a great ticket to buy, because we're here to teach and to train people that are building a YouTube channel, how to develop an audience, how to really monetize and make money. Like some of the case studies I actually have is how I utilize small audiences, but been able to put in huge case studies in the sense of monetization, where they're making tens of $20,000 a month off of some monetization strategies that have nothing to do with AdSense. Has everything to do with sponsorship, has everything to do with merchandise, has everything to do with some of the really cool things that we're actually not going to talk about here, but we're going to talk about it at the VidSummit. Also, what's really exciting is that, coming together like this with the brightest minds, that we can literally see where things are going. And I'm here to tell you guys, whether you know it or not, it's literally going to go e-commerce based and mobile. And it is literally changing. I truly believe this. And there's some amazing case studies that's going on right now. And some of these guys right now they're bringing case studies that people will be talking about in 2 or 3 years, but they're doing it right now, and they're going to be teaching right now the things that are going on. So if you're really, really interested in the VidSummit, I'd love to see you there. I'd love to get to know you in person. It's going to be August 20th through the 22nd in Los Angeles. The VIP pass is $395, and also the basic pass is $195 until May 1st. And you can get everything at VidSummit.com. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope to see you at the next VidSummit.
What I discovered at VidSummit is just really blown my mind. I saw possibility of ways to market that I never knew were there.
But what I love about it, there's so much information. It's like drinking out of a fire hose. That's all this amazing content. But then they got these breakaway kind of masterminds where it's one-on-one instruction on how you can implement exactly what you learned. So it's kind of customized instruction, and that's been awesome because it's one thing to consume all this information, and it's another thing to actually apply it. And this conference lets you do both.
I was just absolutely blown away at the talent in this conference. We had literally some of the best speakers and experts in the world. It was a very intimate, small group, and that led to conversations that would really blow your mind.
It was really great to sort of mastermind with some of the top people in the industry here. Really get their insiders, because I follow these people online, I know them, but to see their presentations is really much more in depth, and I got a lot out of it and some things I never would have expected.
And there's a whole new field now. There's a whole new way to market this stuff through YouTube. My mind is absolutely blown. There's a whole new life for past product and new product, and I'd recommend VidSummit 2014 to anybody who has something to sell.
I've learned so many things that I'm going to be taking back and I'm going to be implementing into my business, because I know that with these changes coming, that I now have all the information that I need to be able to take my business to the next level.
I am so thoroughly impressed at what's going on here. This will be an annual stop for me as I continue to grow not only my video blogging presence, but also my video marketing company. So you got to check out VidSummit, and you got to check it out now.
If you have a message and you need to get it out there, and you really want to monetize it more than anything, you have to be at the next VidSummit, or you have to invest in Derral's tools and strategies. Let me tell you, I deal with gurus and corporate 500 clients, and what he's teaching is what they need to know. And if they need to know it, believe me, you need to know it.
By coming to VidSummit, I've met a lot of people like me. I've met a lot of people that have really ramped it up and are doing extremely well. But I've come away with a lot of great ideas to ramp up my business that I really haven't thought before.
Within minutes of walking in, every session has been amazing, and here we are on the third day, and the session that we had just before lunch is a game changer for us.
If you're wondering whether or not you should do it, I say do it. The information you're going to learn from these knowledgeable people is going to more than pay for the cost of the class.
My mind is just busting with ideas right now. I can't even begin to explain everything that has gone on here.
I learned all about how to advertise on YouTube, how to take advantage of Google Hangouts, how to take advantage of YouTube Live, and some very powerful tools for you, for your business, for your clients. Take advantage of 2015 if you didn't make it this year.
I knew it was about making money online and YouTube and stuff like that, but more importantly for me were the connections that I made and the people that I've met.
It's astounding. It was way more than I was expecting. It's going to take me months to get everything implemented.
The presenters were excellent. I have a strategy that I'm excited about YouTube ads, and I've already been in touch with my business partner at an hour after I heard it, who was not here. I'm excited about the quality. Other Derral events that I've been to have been outstanding, and this one was no exception. If you want to follow somebody that helps you do video marketing, and I do video marketing, Derral is great.
Could barely sleep last night with all the stuff I've learned. If you're thinking about coming, I would highly encourage it.
If you're really looking to make a difference in your life, to really learn how to use video to perfect and advance your business, this is the place you should be.
If you want to learn about all the hacks and inside secrets about YouTube and video marketing, make sure to come to the next Video Summit.
Changing the way that I'm planning on doing my business, not only on the paid traffic side of it on YouTube, but also just the way I'm creating the videos for myself as well as my customers.
Instructors were top notch. Had a great time here. Derral really puts on great events, and I would recommend this to anybody interested in video, anything to do with YouTube.
So anybody out there who is thinking about coming to an event like this, I guarantee if you come here, you're going to get a lot of information that you're going to be able to use, and you're going to be able to take it back, and you're going to be able to grow your business.
Now, let me tell you why VidSummit is so special. Derral has brought in experts. These are not people that just say they know YouTube. These are 7-figure earners in YouTube and high rankings in YouTubes and people that have done multi-million-dollar accounts. So if you want to be a consultant in YouTube, if you have a product or service you want to sell on YouTube, VidSummit is where it's at.